Awesome. Thank you so much, Mrs. Geiger.
Hmm.
Well, welcome everybody to our family call tonight. I am super excited um, because I have with me Miss Michelle Albanese, who is actually going to be heading this Zoom up. So I am super excited. She's one of my personally sponsored babies, and I feel like such a proud mama. And I'm going to start off with a devotional, but we're really just going to dive into loyal customers because with this double cruise points promo going on right now, this is something that we definitely need to be making our focus this week. So Michelle is really good at loyal customers, so I just thought she'd be the perfect person to kind of let us know some of the things that she does to be able to get those loyal customers. So I read this morning and I thought it was so great. It says, transform your thinking. I've set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life that both you and your descendants may live. And that's from Deuteronomy. It says, friends, don't sit back and allow negative, crucial thoughts to influence your life. The Bible tells us not to conform any longer to the patterns of this world, but to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's from Romans 12:2. As you choose faith instead of fear, expecting good things and taking control of your thought life, that negative stream of thoughts will dwindle and a positive river will flow with positive faith-filled thoughts of victory. Keep in mind, though, that the river of negativity wasn't formed overnight, nor will it be redirected without some conscious, strenuous effort on your part. God will help you. Stay full of faith, stay full of joy, stay full of hope, and it will transform your thinking and God will transform your life. So I loved that because I'm going to be 100% honest. I think, this is a very exciting time for us right now. And with It Works, between the promotions that the company has out, all the things that are going on with our company, record-breaking month after month after month, having the May challenge that we have going on with just some awesome prizes, some, just fun things going on. I'm like kind of thinking to myself, I thought people would be all over this. And like, there's not a lot of people who are really kind of working it. And, I think that like the devotional says, a lot of it is just our thinking. Sometimes we think, hey, I don't know, or I'm not really going to go for it. I don't think I'd be able to make the cruise anyway. Or, just all these things we start to tell ourselves that just aren't true. That, they just aren't. And, even for this week with getting 10 loyal customers, what an awesome thing. First of all, you get points on our boards. Okay. We're going to be getting double cruise points. But at the end of the day, if you sign on 10 loyal customers, chances are one will probably become a distributor out of that one in 10. And you're going to be giving yourself a huge raise. So, we all, as much as we love different aspects of this business, we all joined this business to start a business. We were looking for something. And whether that something's helping other people, a couple extra $100 a month. This is the heart of our business, is loyal customers. And I had a 3-way call with the potential, and I forgot, how valuable our loyal customers are. And this person has been in the industry and asked about our ratio of distributors to customers. And do you know that It Works has one of the highest in the industry of customers? And that's because they're so genius in creating this loyal customer account. A lot of companies have people that sign on as the distributors that never really want anything to do with the business. They just want the discount. And there's a lot of companies out there that's what you do. You sign on as a distributor to get the discount, and you're not really ever working your business. So for us at It Works, it's such a blessing for us to be able to have people that we know really just want a discount, and they really have no interest in running a business. And that's what our loyal customers are. And that is the lifeblood of our paycheck, and something that we really should be focusing on this week. So I want you to change your thought pattern if you have not been focusing on any of these things, even if you're not into the prizes, which, that's just icing on the cake, right? That's just the cherry on top, being able to go in for some of the prizes. But at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We are here to share our products. So I am just thrilled about the double cruise points and focusing on getting those loyal customers. We can all get 10. And for those of you who jumped on Denise Walsh's Zoom today, you know, she had a distributor who messaged her this morning that just stayed up all night last night and got her first 10 in already because she knew it was, you know, that's what the plan was. So we're all capable of it. And we just have to decide, are we going to do it? Are we going to put the work in? Are we going to send out a couple more messages? You know, are we going to give people a call? Are we going to go back and dig deep and think about everybody we ever wrapped that maybe didn't sign as a loyal customer? Are we going to go through and look at anybody who ever liked all of our posts or commented on something and maybe never followed through? You know, we're just going to dig a little bit deeper, and we're going to go and we're going to get those 10 loyal customers. We should all be cruising together, and it's going to be so much fun. So with that being said, I have with me Michelle, who just got her, well, she's past it now, but was last week or the week before, got her 60th loyal customer, which we all know is that awesome number that we need for that cab bonus. Yeah. But I know you signed another one today, so you're probably at like 61 or 62 already. So she's definitely somebody that knows how to get loyals. So Michelle, without further ado, introduce ourselves. You can tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, maybe a little bit of your why, and let us know some tricks or just some systems that you follow to be able to gather up all these loyal customers.
I'm Michelle Albanese. I am from Hillsborough, New Jersey. I've been with It Works for almost 2 years in July. My husband told me not to say 50,000 times, but I'm sure I'm going to say it, and he's inside listening to me, and he's probably going to be texting me, stop saying so loyal customers. I do it several different ways. When I post on Facebook, I will always look to see who is liking my posts, not just commenting on my posts. So if somebody is liking a post, they automatically go on my hundreds list. I've been adding people to my Facebook, which is one of the challenge things. I actually was doing it on the way home from conference, or not from conference, from green carpet, not green carpet. Listen to me, I'm all over the place. One team, one mission, and started adding people. So those new people that I'm adding to my Facebook, if I see that they're liking, they're automatically on my hundreds list. So I've been individually messaging people periodically off of my hundreds list, and I will actually mark down the dates that I've messaged them. And sometimes it's not always about products. It's just check-in. Hi, how are you? How's life? Sometimes I'll pick up the phone. I'll call them if it's somebody that, you know, I don't see that often. And just, you know, keep in touch with people. And if I see something, I try not to scroll too much on Facebook, but if I see something that's like exciting, you know, I love on people. So that's kind of like one way how I have been obtaining my loyals, because I know that people are watching, and a lot of people that are on my hundreds list have been on there for about a year, sometimes longer, and are slowly becoming, you know, loyal customers just from reaching out and, you know, loving on them a little bit and continually to post. Because, you know, just because somebody's not commenting or not liking doesn't mean that they're not watching. I also have been going through my friends list, because you don't, as we all know, see all of the posts that everybody is posting, and they're not seeing your stuff. So I've been actually going through all of my friends on Facebook and just kind of like seeing what's going on with them. And, you know, liking things, you know, here and there, just so they'll start, you know, seeing all of my posts. The other thing that I've really been trying to do is keep up my retention with the loyal customers that I have and really service them. I have gotten several of my loyal customers refer me to people that have become my loyals, just because as soon as a new product comes out, you know, I am emailing them, I am messaging them, picking up the phone, calling them, letting them know, hey, we have a new product that just launched. I would love to send you information. Sometimes, if I have somebody that's interested, I'll send them a sample of, greens, put little sample packs together. And I just think that little extra of servicing, our loyal customers, and if they're out talking to somebody, it's like a good restaurant. If you have a good experience at a restaurant, people are going to recommend it. And it's the same thing with our business. If somebody is having a good experience and you have a distributor that is there and is helping you, checking in with you and not just signing you up and like disappearing, then 9 times out of 10, that person is going to recommend you to somebody else when they're talking to somebody. So that's really how I've been signing on my loyal customers. I mean, the girl that I signed on today, she's been on my hundreds list since the day that I was told, start your hundreds list. And she's been commenting and liking, and you know what? She just finally, I've been talking to her for the past week and a half again, and she's like, all right, I want to order wraps. She did not want to become a distributor. And that's it. So that's how I got her. Cindy, is there anything that you can add to, obtaining loyals?
I was just going to ask you, Michelle, like, how do you close them, because you're just like boom, 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 getting new ones. And me too, I have waited sometimes a long time to sign a loyal customer. I just signed one that was taking her forever to just close, and it was just an ongoing relationship, checking in. Hey girl, how you doing? I'm thinking about you. I know you're busy. Hey, just constantly. So that's what I have done.
Well, this time of year, I pretty much am reaching out to the people that have been on my list that I've been having the conversations with, and being bold, I guess, and just saying, all right, let's get this wrap on you. Let's get your order in. We've been talking about this, summer's right around the corner. What's holding you back? Like, just, this is what I need. What is it that you want? She actually, the girl that I signed today as a loyal, she was going to purchase the wraps at retail. And I kind of talked her off the fence. I said, you can purchase them for $99. I'm like, but why would you do that? Like, that other $49, you could get 2 other products. I was like, and then your 3 months was already filled. And I said, I'd steer people away from paying the $50. I have one loyal customer that paid the $50 to become a loyal. And I pretty much tell them, like, that's 2 products. You could get Fat Fighters and Confianza. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now with the people that are on my hundreds list and the contacts that I have been talking with over and over and over, and they just won't commit. I'm kind of getting a little bold, and we kind of have established that relationship already where I can do that and just say, you know what, like, let's just do it, get off the fence about it already. Like, you've been wanting to do this, like, and that's pretty much, most of them are like, yeah, I know. So, I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing and how I've been doing it.
I love that you were saying about being bold, because I know with some of our personality types, me being a yellow, it's very easy to just kind of let them get away with it, or, just go with the flow and say, I understand you don't have the money or this or that, and it's okay, I'll catch up with you later. But I love that, how you're saying you're already making the relationship with them and you feel confident enough that you can be bold. I did reach out to, she is a relative of mine who was on a online party, and she won some greens. So I sent them to her, and she was all excited about, she really wants to try them, but never committed to be that loyal customer. And I reached out to her still the other day, and, and she wasn't answering a couple times. And I finally said, hey, I hope I'm not being a pain, but I'm just following up. And she said, well, things are busy and I can't commit to being a loyal customer right now. And no, you're not being a pain. I understand that you are running your business. Mm-hmm. So that was just another confirmation that okay, we're on the right path. We're not over just killing people with tons of
Right.
messages. You know, just touching base every once in a while and just keep it in contact because, you know, I don't remember how Katie Shanker said it, but, you know, when they're driving down the road and they're looking for something and they need that fast food restaurant or whatever it is off the exit, and when they're ready they'll take that exit, and you know you want to be that exit. You know, I thought that was pretty cool. So I think a lot
Yeah.
of like just being patient.
I agree with that, you know, a lot, Cindy. And, you know, I'm very red, but I'm also yellow. So I have a tendency, you know, I can be bold, but sometimes I can be like reserved about it because I have that fear of the no. And I feel hurt when somebody tells me no, like I take it very personally with everything. So I've just kind of been trying to get over that and get it out of my way. And I have stopped telling the story in my head, which is what a lot of us do. If somebody does not respond to me immediately or a day or two later, I've made this whole story up in my head that they're just, you know, completely annoyed with me. They wish I would leave them alone. And 9 times out of 10, like, that's not the case. It's just that, you know, life got to them. They're kids, they're running, they're here, they're there. And if somebody is not interested and you are bothering them, they're going to come right out and tell you, not interested. Please do not contact me again, or please do not bother me with this again. They're going to tell you, and they're not going to be afraid to tell you. And I've gotten that. It's like, okay, you know, that's fine. I had a girl that I've been talking to, and she just never like got back to me. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, here I started telling that story in my head again. And then yesterday I was just like, hey, I just shot her a quick message like, hey, you know, I hope everything is okay. I hope nothing happens. You never responded. And she messaged me right back immediately. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to like, you know, ignore you. I wasn't trying to ignore you. So it was the whole story that I was telling myself in my head. So we all do it. It's very hard not to do it, but just know that if somebody is truly being bothered by you, they're probably going to come out and tell you that they're bothered and to just leave them alone. And I also don't always talk to people about the business. You know, I'm interested in what's going on with, you know, in their life. Their kids are doing this, their kids are doing that. And that's what's helping build relationships. And that's what's going to get them to trust you. And it may be the wraps or one product, but in 5 months, it could be something else. And they're going to trust you in, you know, recommending a product for them and staying with you as a loyal customer. You know, we want these loyal customers for retention. We don't want a loyal customer to come on and do their 3 months and then you never see them again. You want them to stay with you and continue to have that home delivery. So it's important to build the relationships, you know, with these loyal customers when we sign them.
Right, absolutely. They're gonna buy you before the product. You know, so I have a question, Michelle. How often do you follow up when you're trying to close a loyal customer?
Usually every couple days. The girl that I just signed, she actually messaged me probably about 2.5 weeks ago. She was somebody that was on my hundreds list. I would see every once in a while. I would like her post. I would say, hey, how are you, every, you know, couple months. And then she reached out to me that she was interested in ordering some wraps. So I said, okay. And I had called her, but she was at work. And then she messaged me right away. She said, I saw you called, you know, let's try to touch base tomorrow. I texted her the next day, didn't hear from her. So I was like, okay, you know, like she probably got busy. I let 2 days go by and, you know, I messaged her, hey, are you free tonight? And she, you know, messaged me back, no, I'm not free tonight, but Thursday. And Thursday came, called her, we still like couldn't connect. So usually about like every 2 to 3 days, if I'm getting interaction. If I'm not getting anything, if I send out a message and it's like 2 or 3 days, I kind of will just send a message, hey, you know, hope everything's okay. I haven't heard from you. If it's somebody that like completely drops off and it's been like a couple weeks, I'll send a message, you know, hey, just checking in, hope everything's okay. You know, I'm going to be placing some orders. Are you still interested? Or can I get you information on something else, a different product? And just kind of try to spark up the conversation with them again.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. So you're building I got some feedback, I think. So you're building a relationship, giving out samples, loving on people, even going and being bold, asking them if they're ready to commit. Now, are you asking them to help you out with any type of challenges?
Today, I actually did post on my Facebook, you know, for help with this challenge with the cruise. I have one other time reached out for help with posting on other people's pages, you know, and did a raffle at the end of it. The girl that won the raffle, she's interested in the greens. I'm trying to sign her as a loyal. So I'm doing, you know, the whole back and forth. I did, you know, I wrapped her about 2 weeks ago, followed up with her, and then haven't talked to her. So I messaged her today, you know, just asking her, you know, what her thoughts were with the greens, you know, if she had any questions that I could answer for her, if she needed more information. And she saw the message, but I haven't heard back from her, which is the great thing with the Facebook messaging too, is like you can always see when somebody reads the message.
Yeah.
You're not really, like I always say, okay, they read it. You know, I put a check mark next to their name. I know that they read it, they saw it. And then I wait a couple days, you know, and see if they respond or, you know, whatever, and go from there.
Right. You're not like stalking them and just bombarding them. They're giving them a little bit of space in between. So a lot of your, you know, you've been in a couple of years, so your warm market is pretty much, you've kind of gone through that, you know, probably have some stragglers that you're on your chicken list or whatever. But so how do you get your new leads for your loyal customers?
Getting my new leads by my new contacts that I'm adding to my Facebook and for my vendor events. I like blitzing as a team. It's not my favorite thing to do when I'm out by myself. A lot of people will get people to come up to them when they're wearing their It Works gear. I haven't had that in a really long time. I haven't had anybody ask me about it. So I struggle with that a little bit. And I'm always like, I always have this one person behind me that always seems like they're in a rush. And I'm like, really? Like, I just want to talk to this cashier, and I have you like with your money out and you want to like leave already. And I have to learn, like, well, they're just going to have to wait, which I haven't yet, because I'm just like, okay, you know, here's my coupon. So that's pretty much how I'm getting my new leads, is from vendor events and the people that I'm adding to my Facebook, and from my other loyals referring people to me. Okay,
so that's how you're getting them, and then you're just continuing on with that relationship and building that before you go in for the close. Does anyone else have any questions they'd like to ask Michelle while we have a few minutes left on the Zoom? Inquiring minds want to know. But I love that you came on and you've gotten your 60 loyal customers already. I mean, and everybody's journey is different. This is my 3-year month for being in the business, and I'm at 50 some. So it's taken me quite a few, you know, a lot of us at yellow, a lot of us are feeling like, you know, learning still how to close, just waiting for the right time. But that's amazing. I commend you. And I too deal with that when you're in line and you have people behind you and you're like, oh, I'm ready to blitz this person, but you feel like the one behind you is ready to go. And you're right. You just have to. So a lot of times depends on the mood. I'll just slip her a coupon or something, you know, but if I have the time to talk.
Yeah, I was in Kohl's the other day and I blitzed the cashier. She was super sweet. She was so helpful to me. And there was a woman behind me and I could tell like she was in a rush, but I kind of like turned my body so my back wasn't to her. And I I don't even know how I did it, but I kind of just winded up including her in the conversation as well. So I ended up blitzing both of them because I saw her like looking at me and kind of getting curious about what I was talking to the cashier about. So I just kind of turned and, you know, made like a double blitz out of it, and then, you know, realized that she wasn't really in a rush. So it was the story that I was making up in my head, that she was like antsy and in a rush because, you know, us people on the East Coast, we have to stand, you know, like a foot from somebody's back pocket when we're at a register. So yeah, so that's, you know, that's pretty much it. And I don't, like, I'm very, very excited that I got my 60 loyal customers and working to build more. And I think it's, you know, to be a goal for everybody. But again, we want to build the relationships with these loyal customers because we want them to stay active. You know, you could have 60 loyal customers and only 20 of them still ordering. So the retention of it is huge. So that's why a lot of times, you know, if I feel like if you're signing loyals left and right, sometimes it gets a little crazy and you don't get to love on them as much. And I always send out, you know, thank you cards. I know we had talked about that months ago, about just sending out like a thank you card to your loyals once they sign on, and just thanking them again, putting your information in there so they have it. If there's any questions, you know, letting them know that you're always there to help them. I know sometimes people get onto the website and they're confused, you know, especially with the auto ship. I've had a couple loyal customers think they were changing their auto ship, but they actually started a new auto ship, so they were having product shipped to them, you know, and just knowing that you're there to help them to fix it. And that's, you know, pretty much it.
Absolutely. Loving on those customers, because definitely that makes a difference with your customer retention and your BV going through your business, if you, to get that bonus also, to keep your bonus.
Absolutely.
So, and absolutely.
$60 car bonus. I mean, that's huge. That could be huge.
So, but okay.
Awesome. Can you hear me?
Who's on there?
It's Melissa. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. There you are.
Oh, good. No, I know we have to go because the Show Me the Money call, but you guys both did amazing. Thank you so much. And, you know, I just want to leave you too with, as sometimes as nervous as we are to reach out to people, there's a lot of people that are just as nervous to reach out to us. You know, so there are people that are watching us on Facebook and they're curious, but I know, like, I would not be comfortable. I probably would have just watched Kim for years and never reached out to her, or it would have taken me a really long time. So I think sometimes if there's people, go through your Facebook list tonight, or your Instagram list, or your phone, or whatever, you know, your niche is, and look at who you've never messaged at all or said anything to about the business. And it's easy for us to sometimes say, well, they know what I'm doing. Like, they might just be curious, but they're afraid to, like, reach out to you about wanting a wrap or anything, you know? So just keep in mind, sometimes we have people on our chicken list, you know, they're just as afraid to talk to us about these things. So I love when you said that, Michelle, just to, like, don't tell yourself that story in your head, and just, you know what you have your hands on is awesome, and just share it with as many people as you can this week, and you'll have your 10 loyals. So thank you guys both so much. It was just, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see who the first Divine Alliance girl or guy is going to be to hit their 10 loyals. So awesome.
Okay, guys, I guess that's it. I'll stop the recording, and you guys, it's Show Me the Money call, right? It's Monday night at 9 o'clock with Pam Souter. So, Michelle, you did awesome. Thank you so much, and so much great information. I have tons of notes. So you guys all have a great night. We'll talk to you and see you at the next Monday night family call. Have a great night.
Thanks, Cindy. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.